அன்பே சிவம் அன்பே சிவம் அன்புமயம் சிவலோகம் அன்பே சிவம் அன்பே சிவம் அன்பே சிவம்.
நம பரமரிஷிப்யோ நம பரமரிஷிப்யாம். ஹரி ஓம். குரு பிரம்மா குரு விஷ்ணு குரு தேவோ மகேஸ்வரः குரு சாக்ஷாத் பரம் பிரம்மம் தஸ்மை குருமூர்த்தயே நமீதம். ஸ்ரீ தக்ஷணாமூர்த்தயே ஓம் சிவாய நம. Hi devotees, right now we are going to explore the one wonderful Vedanta Grantha. It's called Nirvana Dasakam. In Sanskrit, Dasakam means 10. Or there is another name for the same, that is Dasa Sloki or Dasa Slokam. Dasa means in Sanskrit Dasa, in English it's called 10. So that we are starting this Vedanta in Dasa Sloki in this video. This is told by the Mahajnani Sri Adhi sankarar. Now we are going to see that when he saw and when he is right, he was wrote this, the slokam, in which situations, where and how, and we are also trying to explain about the content of this slokam, so it will be very spiritual way to understand what it is. First of all, Mr. Sri Adi Sankara, born in Kerala, Adhi, and when he was the age of 8, he was gone to Nirvana river and go for a long period through walk and meet his guru Sri Govinda Bhagavat Badar. Now we have one question: how he know about his guru? How he can able to go exactly to that place without any technology about like that GPS and other things? That is the spiritual wonder. Normally our sannyasis, like sadhus, were travel, and right now also a lot of sannyasis and sadhus traveling around the countries, because they are not going to stay for a long period in the same place or town, whatever it is. They are always roaming around the country. Why they are roaming? Because they would like to say their experience to the common people and try to bring them also to the Atma experience in the spiritual path and get them blissful in their life. So continuously they are traveling. Like that, some of the sannyasis gone to Kerala, and one of the sannyasi saw the child in Kaladi, and he told to Adi Shankara in the age of 8, your guru is waiting in Nirvana river. So just you can go and explore about him. And he got the permission from his parents, and he start to travel through walk for many more months. And how he is going through that, because somehow lot of the businessmen are traveling. Sri Adi Shankara moving with those people who is traveling for the business purpose to the nearest or to another small countries. In that old years, this kind of states only is there. So those small countries, they are usually traveling from here to there. So through them, he also traveling with them and got some food and going through with them. And after the long period, he is reaching to the Narmada river. There, Sri Govinda Bhagavad Badar, he was staying in Omkareshwar. In Omkareshwaram, there is a cave. He was staying and do the pujas and the dhyanas and all like that, and yogas. Sri Govind Bhagavad Badar, he is a very, very good knowledge about all kind of Vedas, and he is a very big tapasi. He is a very big tapas, and he is a very Jnana-nishta, like that. He is very spiritual man who is very more wondering powers about this spiritual area. He is very knowledge, and he is very spiritual, and he have lot of blessing, and he is staying in bliss way in that cave. Shankara was gone there, and met his guru. In that time, Sri Govind Bhagavad Badar asking to that child, who are you, my dear child? What is your name? Why you are coming here? What is the purpose you are come to meet me? So this kind of question he is asking. Normally this kind of questions who are asking to us, we are starting to say our name and where we are staying, about our father and mother, and what about our family background, and lot of things we are going to say nowadays. But Sri Adi Shankara was starting to say 10 slokas. That sloka is called Nirvana Dasakam. He talking about the Atma, the stage of high spiritual stage of Atma. So this is how he can able to say that That is the very big question raising here in the age of 8. Normally, in spiritual path, whoever starting his life in spiritual way in the very early age group of in child age group, they are the avatar. They are called the very spiritual avatars because they are the near to very God. They are always thinking about the God and spiritual, the Atma, like that. Sri Adi Sankarar is the only man who is found the Advaita path in the spiritual way. We can try to explain about the Advaita in some other videos. Right now we are going to see the Nirvana Dasakam. In this manner, he is not talking about himself in the geological way. He is talking in the high spiritual way, like that. He is the, how we are saying, he is the very special person in spiritual path. He is the avatar. He is the only man who is taking birth as an ordinary person and live with his parents through up to the 8 years, and he is gone back to his guru to get more advice about in the spiritual path and get lot of experience about the Atma and God and spiritual path and lot of things about the Vedantas and lot of things about that. And his guru Sri Govind Bhagavad Badar also teaching him in the right way to get that experience to the Shankara. Now, normally we are thinking about as the Jnana Nishta. Those, how we are experiencing that. Just we can think about that Jnanam or the spiritual highway, high path. That one kind of stage, it's not a stage, it's only the experience, what we are going to explore, the experience inside of us. Normally in Vedanta, one familiar example of snake and rope. If one rope is hanging in the tree, one person going on that way in like that very low lighting in that area, if he saw, it will be like a snake. Snake is hanging in the tree. So normally what we feel that what is this kind of, is a poison snake or a poisonless snake, how big it was, if it's bite us, what we can do, how we can survive. We cannot be able to survive because that is not a normal area. That is an alone tree. It's not in that village or town area. So how we can go through, we can able to, how can we can pass that tree if in the time of we are passing, if the snake came down and bite us, how we can survive? This kind of fear it will raise inside of us. So we cannot go in the normal mindset. So we are shivering and fear about the snake and lot of things. We are imagining about that snake. When we are going near to that snake, then only we can find out this is not a snake, it's just a rope. That willpower we need to have. Otherwise, some lighting has to come. Like some of the vehicle is going that way, or some of the thunder it's happened, or some of the light is came like that. If we without lighting, if we stay for 1 hour near to that tree, what is the feeling inside of us? What we have, what kind of imagination is going inside of us? How we are feared that. Just imagine that way. We cannot be able to stay in normal up to the 1 hour, up to when we are not clear about that snake. That is a snake or rope. So up to that, we are afraid about that snake only. When we clear about this is not a snake, it is just a rope, what happened that second, that when we are clear, all our fearness, all our imaginations, all our thoughts, all our expressions and everything will be vanished. Just we can see, yes, there is a rope. That's it. This is the way in our life, whatever the things we are afraid in, whatever the things we are imagining about our life, about our relationship, about our lifestyle, about the society and everything, there is an imagination only. When we clear, when we find the right thing, that is like snake is changed as a rope. Like that, we cannot afraid about our life. Never afraid. Once it happen means it's happened. It's once the sun is rise, it will never sunset happen. Once it's rise means rise throughout the life. After that, we are not going to afraid about the life or anything, because we know what is it, what are the imagination we have done. We have experience about that imagination, the false imagination about the life, and lot of theories about the life and the society and everything. The way of exploring the experience, it totally will be changed after when we have cleared. That the clear, what I am telling about the word of clear, that is the spiritual experience. We cannot be able to give the declaration for that experience. That we have to do in our own way. In that way, when we are experiencing that clearness, it's called jnanam. That spiritual stage. After that, we never afraid about anything. We can think only about the spiritual path and blissness, happiness and everything only. So, how it is happening first? First, we have to listen lot of satsangs and Upanishad like that, from the Vedantas and very big Jnana Gurus and lot of spiritual peoples. We need to get some lot of experience from them, and first we have to listen. After listening that, we have to think about their lessons, what they teach us. We have to think, we have to repeatedly, we have to think about their words and we have to be clear on it. After that, we have to understand what they are trying to say, how do they are telling that, why they are saying that word in that place, in that situation, how much is real. That kind of questions will raise in thousands of questions, lakhs of questions. It's raising inside us, and we are trying to find out the answer in the right way, in the right manner. In that time, we need one guru. That guru will explain the right answer in the right way, in the right manner. So how the guru is finding that answer, because he already experienced about the spiritual path in the particular stage, in high level. So he can able to explain very easily to find out the correct answer. Up to that, we need the help of guru up to our understanding. Once we understand everything, we have to apply that understanding in our real life and try to experience that. That experience, no one can teach it, because like that, if the fire, when we touch the fire, we experience that heat. The guru will say, don't touch the fire, it will be spoil your skin. Up to that, he can able to teach it. It will be very heat, it will be some wounding will come, like that he will teach. But up to when we touch that, we cannot be able to experience that heat. The same way, all the advice got from the guru, we have to first listen, and without clear, we have to be prepared for that. After that, we have to experience the answer. We find out the doubts and clear and everything. We have to be clear everything. After that, we get the answer from the guru, whatever the questions we are raising inside. After get all clear, we have to apply that answer, that advice in our own life, and get the experience. All the persons not getting in the same way that experience, because each and every people are understanding the single word in different way. Like that, one small simple experience, I'm saying that in that one classroom there is a 50 students are sitting in front of the teacher. The teacher teach a lesson for the 50 people are saying the only word, one kind of word only, but the 50 students are understanding in different manner. The same way, when the guru is advising or clearing our doubts and everything, how we are understanding, there is the matter. Each and every peoples are travel in the different path, in the normal life, on spiritual path and everything. When we are getting in the right way, when we are standing, when we are understand in the right way, and when we are experiencing in the right way of a spiritual path, and that second we get everything cleared in our mind. That mind in Manomandala, there is lot of thinking is rising. After that, all the thinking will settle down and the mind will not talk about anything. Just what myself, what we say, the mind will think about it. Up to that, what the mind thinking, what the mind is imagination, imagine that what the inside of our thinking is say, we are going through that way. After when we are clear about the right way, what is the life and what is the surrounding, what is it, everything. After that, we can say to the mind what we have to do, what now you think. We have to tell them, he will think about it or she will think about it. This is the big change will happen inside of each and every person when he experiencing the godness. That is it's called in Jnanam. In 8th childhood age, Sri Adi Sankarar saying this 10 slogans about the experience of his Atma. This is the wonderful thing. We are wondering about his each and every word he is trying to say, trying to exploring about himself to his Guru. That is really unimaginable. That is the experience he's got in this travel from Kerala to Narmada river. How he is getting that experience? It is the naturally he got those experience, because that's why we are saying Sri Adi Sankara is avatar. The same like that, very nearest past generation, Sri Ramana Maharishi. He on his 16th age, 16th year old, he traveled from Madurai to Tiruvannamalai and he is staying in the Tiruvannamalai hill and roaming around the jungle and hills area, and he is trying to analyze himself for the self-realization for the long period. But he was got that clearness on his 16th age only. After he traveled in the jungle and the hills area for a lot of time, more than 40 years, 50 years, he is traveling around the jungle. He is staying alone and he is discussing about himself and he is getting answer himself. He is talking himself. He is thinking himself and he clear everything what I am. That is the way of one kind of spiritual path. One is yogic path, you know this, Vedanta path. This is the way we are trying to find ourselves, what we are. In that way, Sri Adi Sankara find about himself as Advaita. He feel about himself as Atma. What is Atma? That is, he is trying to explore himself. What is he? Who is he? How is he? What is he? Like that. Those answers, those questions giving the answer in this 10 slokas. That is Dasasloki Nirvana Dasakam. This wonderful, very spiritual holiness, these 10 slokas are giving lot of lessons to us where we need to travel, what is our goal, how to experience our spiritual way, where he have to reach, how he have to reach. How means that is we have to choose our path. But this is not a end, that is the part of experience where we have to go. In that way, where we have to go and reach some destinations. That is the one path what we are. We have to experience ourselves inside. That inside experience will give the word. So if the common people, just our elder people asking to us, who are you? Who are you, man? Just we can say our name. If anybody say spontaneously like that, Aham Brahmasmi or Tattvamasi, like that. This is the word which is saying I am the Atma, like that. What is Atma? That is the word Sri Adi Sankara trying to explain about the Atma, means himself, what he is feel about himself. He is trying to explain to his Guru what is he, who is he, like that. So after this wondering, we are now seeing the first sloka in Nirvana Dasakam. After that, from the next video, we are trying to explain about that first sloka and continue with that. Na bhumir, na toyam, na tejo, na vayu, naham netriyam, vana desam samuha, anekantikatva, susuptekatva, tadeko vasishta sivakevaloham. Om Shivaya Namah.
காரியத்தை முடித்து வை. பிடித்தது போதும் ஐயா, என் மூச்சினை அடக்கி வை. அழுது அழுது என் கண்ணீராராய பெருகுதப்பா. ஜீவிதத்தை உன்னிடமே ஒப்படைக்க வந்தேன் ஐயனே.